If your car has been feeling sluggish, stuttering on acceleration, or guzzling more gas than usual, don't panic. You don't need a mechanic, and you definitely don't need to rip your engine apart. The secret? A Japanese-inspired trick that savvy drivers across the world have adopted. Cleaning your fuel injectors without removing them. That's right. No expensive service, no downtime, just simple techniques backed by science and used in some of the most reliable cars on Earth. In today's video, I'll show you 11 proven methods to clean your fuel injectors. Let's start with the simplest and most misused method. Method 11. The fuel system cleaner, the most misused trick. Fuel system cleaners are everywhere. You'll find them in every auto parts store, sitting neatly in rows, promising to restore power and clean injectors. But the biggest problem isn't the cleaner itself, it's how people use it. Most drivers dump the bottle into a fuel tank of gas and expect miracles. Unfortunately, doing that drastically dilutes the chemical. It's like adding a drop of dish soap to a bathtub and hoping it cleans your dishes. The real trick? Use it when your fuel level is low. Ideally, you want less than a quarter tank. Add the cleaner first, then fill the tank with gas. This ensures that the cleaner mixes at a much higher concentration in the fuel and gets pulled through the injectors with power and intensity. More importantly, not all cleaners are created equal. Look for one with polyethylamine. It's the only compound proven to break down hard carbon deposits. Cleaners with PEA penetrate deeper, break up carbon faster, and don't leave residue. The most trusted brands include Techron by Chevron, Gumout Regain, and Redline Complete Fuel System Cleaner. Make this a habit every time you do an oil change. Treat your fuel system too. It's low cost, low effort, and over time, it dramatically reduces injector wear, improves fuel atomization, and boosts overall efficiency. Done right, it's a simple but powerful maintenance tool. Many drivers who consistently use PEA-based cleaners have reported engines that continue to perform like new even after 150,000 plus miles. Method 10. Use injector-friendly engine oil and change it frequently. Believe it or not, your engine oil plays a key role in injector health. How? Because dirty oil creates more blow-by gases, which travel past the piston rings and end up in the intake system through the PCV valve. These gases contain carbon-rich particles that cling to valves, intake ports, and sometimes even injector tips in direct injection engines. Using a high-quality synthetic engine oil with a strong detergent package helps reduce these deposits. It keeps internal engine temperatures stable and reduces oil breakdown, which in turn lessens harmful emissions that circulate back into the air-fuel mix. Additionally, changing your oil on time ensures that sludge and oxidized oil don't contribute to injector fouling. While it's not a direct cleaner like fuel additives, proper oil maintenance dramatically reduces the rate at which injectors get dirty. This is especially true for turbocharged and high-compression engines where internal pressures are higher. Always follow your vehicle's oil change schedule and avoid cheap generic oils. Consider using oils labeled for high performance or extended life to reduce internal buildup. Method 9. Regular use of fuel filters and pre-filters. Fuel filters are your injector's first line of defense. They catch debris, rust flakes, and contaminants that come from the fuel tank or gas station pumps. But what many drivers don't realize is that fuel filters don't last forever. Over time, they clog and stop filtering effectively, allowing junk to pass through and slowly choke your injectors. If your vehicle has a serviceable fuel filter, many older cars and trucks do, replace it every 20 to 40,000 miles. For newer cars with in-tank filters, check your owner's manual for the maintenance interval or consider upgrading to a system with an accessible inline filter. If you live in an area with poor fuel quality or use portable gas cans frequently, consider installing a pre-filter or using a funnel with built-in screen to reduce contamination risk. Replacing your fuel filter not only protects the injectors, but can also improve fuel pressure consistency, throttle response, and reduce strain on your fuel pump. It's one of the cheapest and most overlooked maintenance steps you can take to prevent dirty injectors and maintain top-tier engine performance. Method 8. Detergent-based additives. While carbon deposits are like scale in a kettle, sticky varnish is more like dried syrup. It doesn't come from combustion. It forms when fuel starts to break down, especially in cars that sit unused for too long. These varnish-like residues coat the injector tips, gumming them up and preventing proper spray patterns. This is particularly dangerous for precision components like injectors, where even a small coating of varnish can change the spray angle and atomization quality. Detergent-based fuel additives are designed specifically to deal with these sticky residues. Think of them as dish soap for your fuel system. They're not as aggressive as PEA-based cleaners, but they excel in cutting through gooey, glue-like deposits. This is especially helpful for older cars, project builds, motorcycles, boats, or anything that isn't driven regularly. But here's the kicker. They don't work instantly. You need to use them for 2 to 3 full tanks before the results become noticeable. As the additive dissolves the varnish, you may start to notice smoother idling, better throttle response, and less hesitation under load. You may also notice improved cold starts and a slight boost in fuel economy over time. For stubborn cases, combine these additives with a PEA-based cleaner. The PEA will tackle the hard carbon while the detergent cleans out the varnish. Together, they create a comprehensive cleaning system that revives injectors and restores drivability. Think of it as a 2-stage chemical assault on everything clogged in your fuel system. Method 7. Ethanol treatment. Modern fuels often contain ethanol, typically up to 10%. While it helps reduce emissions and extend oil reserves, ethanol also absorbs water from the atmosphere. That water doesn't burn. Instead, it leads to rust, corrosion, and microbial growth inside your fuel tank and lines. Over time, this moisture can create injector clogs, make cold starts harder, and reduce fuel efficiency. This issue is especially problematic for vehicles that sit unused, like boats, motorcycles, lawn equipment, and collector cars. When these vehicles are parked for weeks or months, ethanol in the fuel starts pulling moisture from the air. The result is phase separation, where water and fuel don't mix well, and water settles to the bottom. That's what your injectors suck up when you try to start the engine. Ethanol treatment solves this problem. It stabilizes the ethanol and neutralizes its moisture-absorbing properties. Add it before long-term storage, then run the engine for a few minutes to circulate the treated fuel. This coats the injectors, fuel pump, and rails with a protective layer that resists rust and keeps everything running smoothly when it's time to start again. If you buy gas from off-brand stations, you're at a higher risk for water contamination. Use ethanol treatment more frequently in that case. It's cheap insurance against expensive repairs. The cost of a single ethanol treatment is a fraction of the price of replacing a fuel pump or cleaning out a rusted tank. Method 6. The Italian tune-up. This isn't a myth or old wives' tale. The Italian tune-up is real, and it works. The concept is simple. Take your car on a spirited highway drive at high RPM to burn off accumulated carbon. Most drivers today only take short trips around town. The engine barely reaches full operating temperature, and carbon builds up on valves, pistons, and injectors over time. By getting the engine hot and keeping it hot for 20 to 30 minutes, you allow internal combustion temperatures to rise to the point where carbon can flake off and burn away. This process mimics the self-cleaning cycles built into high-performance engines. In fact, many luxury and sports cars have hidden diagnostic routines that involve similar high RPM cleaning patterns. Before doing this, check your oil, coolant, and tire pressure. You want the car in good health. Then find a clear stretch of highway. Shift into a low gear, if possible, and maintain a steady elevated RPM. Don't redline it. Aim for 3,000 to 4,000 RPM in a safe and legal manner. After the drive, many drivers report smoother idle, improved throttle response, and even better fuel economy. It's a mechanical detox that requires zero tools or chemicals. Do it once a month if your car rarely sees highway speeds, and you'll extend engine life and reduce long-term carbon buildup. Method 5. Throttle body and intake cleaner spray. Airflow is just as critical as fuel flow. If your throttle body is covered in grime, your engine can't breathe properly, and no amount of injector cleaning will help. That's where throttle body and intake cleaners come in. These sprays dissolve the thick, sticky gunk that accumulates around the throttle plate and intake manifold. To perform this method, remove the air intake ducting and expose the throttle body. With the engine off, spray the cleaner onto a cloth and gently wipe the throttle plate. Then, with the engine running, spray short bursts into the intake to loosen internal deposits. As the cleaner flows into the combustion chamber, some of it reaches the injector tips as well, helping break down nearby buildup. This method improves airflow, stabilizes idle, and allows the injectors to deliver fuel more evenly. But be cautious. Always work in a well-ventilated area. Wear gloves and avoid any open flames or cigarettes. The fumes are flammable. Throttle response becomes more immediate and hesitation disappears. This method is especially useful for cars with electronic throttle control that tend to accumulate grime faster. Do this once a year and you'll notice a dramatic difference in how the engine breathes. Method 4. A real fuel system cleaning kit. If you're comfortable working under the hood and want results that rival professional services, a fuel system cleaning kit is your next step. These kits connect directly into your vehicle's fuel rail and feed concentrated cleaner through the injectors at normal operating pressure. They're available online or at auto parts stores and typically come with a pressurized canister, hoses, and sometimes adapter fittings, depending on your vehicle, make, and model. The engine runs on this cleaner alone, without gasoline. That means the injectors are getting 100% undiluted cleaning agents, like a deep tissue massage for your fuel system. This method can revive injectors that have been neglected for years, restoring spray patterns and combustion efficiency. You may also see improvements in emissions, throttle sensitivity, and overall torque delivery. But it comes with risks. You're dealing with pressurized fuel lines, and incorrect installation can cause leaks, engine damage, or even fire. Always follow the manufacturer's instructions, wear safety gear, and double-check connections before starting the engine. It's also a good idea to disconnect the fuel pump relay or fuse to ensure the car doesn't draw fuel from the tank during this process. For experienced DIYers, this method offers dealership-level results from your garage. It also saves hundreds of dollars over time, especially if you own multiple vehicles or drive high-mileage cars. But again, if you're uncomfortable with the fuel pressure systems, skip to the next method. Method 3. The Pro Shop Service. Professional fuel injector cleaning services use specialized equipment and chemicals not available to consumers. The machine connects directly to the fuel rail, just like in Method 4. But the difference is precision. Everything from pressure to flow rate is computer controlled, ensuring optimal contact time and distribution for deep cleaning. They also use stronger proprietary chemicals that dissolve deposits in seconds. Mechanics often describe seeing engines go from rough idle to glass smooth in one session. Power returns, throttle response sharpens, and misfires disappear. Drivers notice results immediately. It's not uncommon for a previously sluggish vehicle to feel completely refreshed after a single treatment. It costs between $100 and $200, depending on your location, but that's a bargain compared to injector replacement, which can run $600 to $1,200 or more. This method can't fix injectors that are electrically dead, but for clogged or restricted ones, it's arguably the most effective, short of replacement. The service is also fast, typically taking less than an hour at most shops. Some high-end service centers even include before and after flow rate tests for injectors, giving you a performance snapshot and peace of mind. If your car is sputtering, hesitating, or has high mileage, this service is one of the best investments you can make in extending its life. Method 2. Use top-tier gasoline. Most drivers don't think about where they get gas, but the difference between regular pump fuel and top-tier fuel is night and day. Top-tier brands are certified to include high levels of detergent additives. These additives continuously clean injectors, combustion chambers, and valves, maintaining cleanliness with every fill-up. Independent studies shown that engines run exclusively on top-tier gas remain up to 9 times cleaner than those run on bargain fuel. Over the long term, this means fewer clogs, smoother idle, better mileage, and reduced emissions. That translates into lower maintenance costs and a longer engine lifespan. Top-tier brands include Chevron, Shell, Mobil, Costco, Exxon, and Sinclair, among others. You don't need premium fuel unless your vehicle specifically requires it. Just one regular grade fuel from a top-tier station. It's one of the easiest changes you can make with the highest long-term payoff. Many modern engines are designed with these detergents in mind, and using substandard fuel can lead to performance loss over time. Look for the top-tier sticker on the pump or ask the attendant. Over time, even skeptical drivers begin to notice improved throttle response and smoother acceleration simply by switching to better quality gasoline. Method number 1. The carbon cleaning machine service. This is the most advanced and aggressive method on the list. often referred to as the dealership method or carbon cleaning service. It involves hooking up your engine to a high-end machine that pumps industrial strength cleaner through the entire fuel and air system. Unlike other methods that target just the injectors, this system scrubs the intake valves, combustion chambers, piston crowns, and injectors all at once. It's as close as you can get to a full engine rebuild without opening the engine. For direct injection engines especially, this service can prevent buildup of harmful deposits that traditional port injection fuel sprays never touch. If your car feels weak, rattles under load, or shows declining fuel efficiency despite regular maintenance, this method can reverse years of damage. You'll feel the difference in minutes. Power comes back, acceleration is smoother, and fuel economy improves dramatically. Even engine noise is often reduced. It's not cheap, usually $200 to $400 depending on the complexity of the job. But if your engine has high mileage or you're trying to avoid costly repairs, it's worth it. Some services even include bore scope inspections to show you before and after photos of the carbon buildup. Dealerships often recommend this service every 30,000 to 50,000 miles for vehicles driven in harsh city conditions or short commutes. While it may sound extreme, it's a preventative measure that can save you thousands in engine repairs. There you have it. 11 real, effective, and accessible methods to clean your fuel injectors without removing them, from beginner-friendly tricks to advanced DIY kits and pro-level services. You now have a full toolbox for cleaner, smoother performance, whether you're driving a brand new hybrid or an old classic. These techniques will extend your engine's life and restore power. If you found this video helpful, hit the like button, subscribe for more car care tips, and drop a comment. Which method are you trying first? And if you have your own trick, share it below. We love learning from fellow drivers. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next one.